In Revelation chapter 14, the Apostle John sees the Lamb standing on Mount Zion with 144,000 who have his Father's name written on their foreheads. These faithful ones are described as redeemed from the earth, pure and blameless, symbolizing God's victorious and protected people who follow Christ fully. The chapter introduces three angels who proclaim messages to the earth. The first angel calls all to fear God and give him glory, announcing that the hour of his judgment has come. The second angel proclaims the fall of Babylon, warning of the consequences of idolatry and rebellion. The third angel warns against worshiping the beast and receiving its mark, declaring that those who do so will face God's wrath, emphasizing the importance of obedience and loyalty to Christ. John sees a vision of the Son of Man, reaping the earth's harvest. The righteous are gathered and victorious, while the wicked are thrown into the winepress of God's wrath, symbolizing divine judgment and the separation of the faithful from the unfaithful. This imagery emphasizes God's justice and the ultimate triumph of his kingdom. The chapter concludes by emphasizing that these judgments are executed with certainty, and God's wrath falls upon the unrepentant. Revelation 14 highlights the protection and victory of the faithful, the call to worship and obedience, the certainty of divine judgment, and the ultimate separation of the righteous and the wicked. Let's now read Revelation chapter 14. And I looked, and, lo, a Lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts, and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the firstfruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people. Saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven, and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I looked, and behold a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. This ends our reading of Revelation chapter 14.